right, thank you all for waiting. I appreciate it. Great event. Huge buzz, a lot of energy about this thing. 14,773 sellout, $3.7 million gate. It was a good night of fights. You guys know how I do it. I'm just going to jump right into this, and I know you guys want to ask the guys questions, so let's get it rolling. Raise your hand. She'll bring you over a mic.
Dana's question's for you. BJ called out GSP. Your thoughts on that, and would you put that fight on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the things that I told BJ when we talked about him, you know, when he became reborn, we talked about him cleaning out the division. You know, I still think there's one more interesting fight there for him, but it isn't something that I wouldn't talk to him about. Definitely. Yeah, I figured that's what he wanted.
Got a question for Vanderlei. Vanderlei, how were you surprised by how quick your fight didn't last?
Yeah, it's a great surprise because he's a very tough guy, and but fight's fight. He's going to the next. I think it's a very good match. I'm very happy because I give a good victory.
This one's for BJ. BJ, were you surprised that Sean elected to stand and trade punches with you?
Yeah, I thought he was going to try to use his combinations to set up more takedowns. I actually was trained a lot defending takedowns. So when he started like going with combinations over and over, I was kind of like, okay, I got to relax my shoulders. I got to start, getting into this thing because he wants to stand up. So I was surprised.
Got a question for Tito. Tito, after the fight, you kind of left the door open for, the future. What are your thoughts right now after this fight?
Well, for the next, actually next week is my son's birthday, so I'm going to enjoy that. I put 4 months into this training camp. I took it really seriously, and I've been fighting for 11 years. I'm only 33 years old, so I still see a bright future for me. I'm going to compete for another 3 to 4 more years, and I'm going to prove some people wrong. There's some people saying that I'm not focused on fighting anymore, and I want to do the movies and all that bull. But that stuff's going to be there in the future, of course. But I left it open because I know that I'm going to still compete. I'm still hungry. I still want to fight. Luita fought a good fight tonight. He ran when he needed to, and he closed the gap when he needed to. And I just exposed myself in bad situations because I was trying to chase him down and try to bring the fight like I do, man. I try to entertain.
And Dana, this is for you. What did you think about Tito? The crowd was going crazy for him. After the fight, they still seemed to be on his side, even though he lost.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I don't disagree. Yeah, people like Tito. I would agree with that.
I have a question for Dana and Tito, too. Dana, do you plan on making Tito an offer to re-sign with UFC? And Tito, if Dana offered you more money than the competitors offered, would you sign with UFC?
Let me just. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Dana Tito questions. Let me just get it out there. The stuff between Tito and I is very real. This is no bullshit. We're not trying to put on a WWE show. It's very real.
That's why there's cops on each side, as you can see. So I don't cave his faces.
And it's going to take Tito and I probably sitting down in a room and talking, and we haven't done that in a long time, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, Dana, did you tell Tito not to be here at the presser?
No.
So
I haven't talked to Tito. Tito and I haven't talked, and
no, he didn't say nothing to me. The people who work for him said.
Said you okay?
Yeah, they're trying to guide me out the door, up the escalators, and saying, "Yeah, you go this way, that way." And thank God I have my security Joshua with me. That goes, "No, bro, it's right here." And then they're like,
"No, Tito's welcome to come to the press conference as long as he's not holding his own press conference."
No, I wasn't.
The thing starts at when everybody gets here. I think that was the issue. Tito got the mic tonight. Tito's here. Tito's welcome to say whatever he wants to say.
Hey, Dana, has there been any news on who Brock Lesnar is going to be fighting next?
No. We do know. Yeah. I don't know. Let's talk about tonight. I can't even think of anything other than tonight.
Dana, do you want Tito in the UFC?
Yeah. Listen. like I said, Tito and I probably need to sit down and talk, like a couple of adults, which we're not, we all know, and talk. And when we do that, we'll see what happens.
This question's for Machida. You had a very, very good performance tonight, but you got a somewhat negative reaction from the crowd. What do you attribute that to, and what do you think you would like to do differently next time to try to turn that around?
Você não teve uma boa reação do público hoje, apesar de ter ganho. E o que você acha que você vai fazer para poder virar isso?
Cada luta eu estou tentando melhorar o meu jogo, né? Porque sempre tem falhas que a gente tem que corrigir e com certeza essa é uma delas, né? Mas hoje tinha muita pressão também em cima de mim, porque com toda essa confusão aí. Mas eu acho que, apesar de tudo, eu reagi bem.
Every fight I'm trying to improve my game and get better. Tonight I had a lot of pressure on my back and I think I felt it, but I will get better.
Question for BJ. BJ, were you surprised over here? Were you surprised that Sean really never tried to take you down to the mat? And did you anticipate him coming in, with that, or did it catch you off guard during the fight?
No, is this kind of like the last question? Or no? Yeah, I guess I was surprised. I mean, he took the one shot, and then I've been working out with a lot of great wrestlers, lately, and it didn't have that feeling like I was going to get taken down off it, and he probably felt it, so he I think stood up. But not real surprised. Maybe I think his boxing might be his best part of his game.
How do you compare your performance tonight to some of your other strong performances?
I just felt really good, and I felt in great shape and really relaxed in there. I know what to expect when I step in the octagon. Now it finally took me 10 years to settle down and know what to expect in there. That thing is crazy. So I think I got the thing under control nowadays.
Hey, BJ. BJ?
Yes, sir.
What did you say to Sean right after the fight when you ran up to him when he was still down?
I said, I told him, I know you were mad about everything I said, but I told you I was going to make the biggest lightweight fight in history. And he said, I'm not mad, it's all right.
Question for Vanderlei. We know we had a transition between your old team. So when you fought Chuck, you had a transition between your old team and your new team. I want to know if that affected your performance when you fought Chuck. And does the new team help you to have a great performance you had tonight?
Yeah, now I'm start to train with the tall guys. The last week I have the strongest sparring with the great name here. I have a good performance, and I train a lot for this match. I know this is very, very important to me. I wanted to come back one day to fight with the champion here. I know it's possible, but I need to train more. I need to give you another shows to have more victories here.
Dana, what's the likelihood of potentially rematching Vanderlei and Tito again, and would each one of you oppose that or down for it?
I think that, I think there's a lot of interesting matchups for Vanderlei and for Tito.
I think we got to get past the first little step of Dana saying he don't want no Tito business. And he was quoted on that. And the last time he said that as long as I'm president of the UFC, Tito Ortiz will never fight in the UFC, and we proved him wrong on that one. It just really comes down to, what makes us fighters happy, the respect value really comes down to. But Vanderlei's an awesome fighter. I mean, he did an awesome job tonight. I congratulate him. I mean, he's a great fighter. The last time we fought, we had a great fight, and it was the light heavyweight champion after that match was over. But Vanderlei's a great fighter. He did a great job tonight, and I congratulate him 100%. And for the future, you never know what happens.
And respect is a two-way street.
Vanderlei, would you fight Tito? Would you fight Tito?
I don't know if he go to fight in UFC again. I am a UFC fighter.
Good said.
This question's for BJ.